Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Lisa Rinna blows Bravo up with truth bomb. When she strutted into the Beverly Hills soiree, silver blonde bob sharp enough to slice diamonds, lips lacquered like a shield, she carried the same energy as a woman walking calmly away from an explosion she had just triggered. She was no longer a housewife, no longer bound by the unspoken vows of on-camera loyalty. She was a rogue comet streaking back into the Bravo galaxy, and everyone could feel the heat. The invitation had said casual glam. Rinna arrived dressed for a televised trial. The moment she stepped inside, heads tilted. Dorit clutched her drink a little tighter. Sutton nearly choked on her lemon garnish. Crystal blinked twice, trying to understand whether Rinna's presence meant Bravo was messing with them or if Lisa had simply decided she was still the main character. Garcelle's gaze sharpened, ready for whatever hurricane-level chaos might follow. And it did. Because Rinna didn't come to socialize. She came to testify. The whispers had been swirling for weeks. Cryptic posts, offhand podcast references, flashes of sharp commentary that seemed to dare Bravo to push back. Everyone knew Lisa had left the show with a bang, but nobody expected her to light the fuse again. Not like this. Producers hovered at the edges of the room, pretending to sip sparkling water while gripping their phones like detonators. Someone was filming, even if the red light wasn't visible. Rinna had always said the cameras were everywhere. Tonight that felt true. Kyle was the first to approach. She tried to play casual, a lopsided smile that suggested nothing fazed her. But her voice trembled just slightly. "You're back." Rinna smirked. "I never really left." Behind them, Erica watched like a loyal audience member, arms crossed, chin raised, waiting to see who would fall and who would get burned. She never underestimated Rinna. People thought Erica was the dangerous one. But Rinna? She'd learned to smile while dropping grenades. "So," Kyle ventured, "are you here to make peace or make trouble?" "Truth," Rinna replied simply. "Just truth." That word ricocheted around the room like a warning. They were seated before anyone understood how the night shifted. What had begun as a polite party morphed into a tribunal. Chairs pulled in. Wine poured. Cameras, real or imagined, seemed to zoom. Rinna offered no speech. She simply drew breath, and silence rippled. "You think I've been quiet because I'm done?" she began. "No. I've been silent because I was deciding how loud I wanted to be." Heads turned, glances traded, breaths held. The truth is, there are stories Bravo never wanted aired. Agreements made off camera. Lines drawn around certain people. Favors extended. Perceptions crafted. I played the game. I played it better than most. I danced, I poked, I performed. I gave them everything. But when I became inconvenient, when I knew too much, I was shown the door. Crystal frowned. "So you're saying they controlled the narrative?" Rinna nodded. "They always do. But this time, the narrative is mine." Kyle's spine stiffened. "You signed the same contracts we all did. You know how this works." "Oh, I know." Rinna's voice slicked like ice. "But I also know who gets protected. And who gets sacrificed." Eyes darted toward Kyle, toward Erica. Patterns suddenly looked obvious. "And believe me," she added, "I was not the only one with secrets." Dorit inhaled sharply, her glittering neckline trembling. "Are you threatening us?" "No," Rinna leaned back. "I'm warning you. If I speak, the audience learns the truth about who's pulling strings and who's delivering lines." "What truth?" Sutton challenged, her voice thin but determined. Rinna smiled. "Bravo doesn't just tell stories. It builds legends and villains. And sometimes it decides ahead of time which you'll be." The room buzzed. Every housewife had felt that invisible puppetry. Storylines pushed, scenes encouraged, sudden shifts that made one woman the star and another the target. But saying it aloud? That was another thing entirely. Garcelle folded her hands. "If you're implying manipulation, that's not exactly new." "Manipulation?" Rinna blinked. "Yes. But there's more. There are deals made with certain networks, certain executives, certain husbands, reality scripted before cameras roll." Kyle flinched. Rinna continued. "I kept notes. Every season. Every directive. Every moment when producers hinted who to go after and who to defend. Rebecca nodded slowly. That tracks. And now, Rinna said, I've decided to publish them. The air snapped. Sutton sputtered. You wouldn't dare. I already have a publisher, she replied calmly. They want the truth. Bravo can't stop it. Kyle's voice dropped to a whisper. Rinna, think about the consequences. I have. And I'm done protecting people who never protected me. The room stilled. Even the ice in glasses seemed to freeze. Kyle stared at her wide-eyed. You're going to bring the whole network down just to win? Rinna met her gaze. I'm not trying to win. I'm trying to finish the game. The intensity thickened until it practically smoked. Rinna lifted her wine, savoring the hesitation around her. I'll tell you this, she said. My book starts with Aspen. A collective wince rolled through the room. Aspen, the trip that had allegedly fractured friendships, sparked accusations, and fueled rumors so controversial even the season edit seemed fragmented. Kyle swallowed. You weren't supposed to. I know, Rinna cut in. But when people try so hard to bury something, that's how you know it's the real story. Crystal looked from face to face. So who's afraid of you the most? Rinna answered instantly. Everyone with something to lose. The quiet was suffocating. Dorrit spoke up, her voice small. Why now? Because silence makes me complicit, Rinna said. And I'm tired of playing the villain for a script I didn't write. Outside, lights flashed. Photographers lined the gates. Word had leaked. Lisa Rinna was back in Beverly Hills with a truth bomb that could shake Bravo's foundation. Headlines were being typed before the night ended. Inside, Rinna slid one final statement across the table. Almost gentle. You want to know the craziest part? They think I'm bluffing. Sutton swallowed. Are you? Rinna stood, smoothing her blazer, lips curved like a blade. Not this time. She didn't wait for a response. She walked out, her heels carving a rhythm that would echo long after she disappeared into the night. This wasn't an exit. It was a warning. Behind her, the women sat in stunned silence. No screaming, no drink throwing. No classic Housewives theatrics. Just quiet dread. Because Lisa Rinna had spoken, and the truth was now a ticking bomb. And Bravo did not yet know where she hid the detonator.